Shalom, shalom, Mr. Kapari, aka Pops, out of gym at Chicago. With another sit down, gonna be kind of brief too. Before I get started though, like always, I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash, to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York, the elder bishops out of Connecticut. I want to send double honors because they do well for the brethren around the world. Pushing this truth, uncut, unfiltered, giving you good, the bad, and the ugly of the scriptures, correctly breaking down the prophecies and interaction with the people on the planet. I send a hearty shalom. For the hopeful elect, I hope this is edifying. For the aquat, the few, and the true that's listening, sincerely, chair to keep doing so. But for the scorn and scoff of breath, Bay 2/3 Israelites, 17 other nations who are in the midst of Jacob's trouble and can't see it, it's only going to get worse. Anyway, got the brother Malcolm in here, head of Chicago camp. I was looking at a video that he was doing. Like I said, it's a political thing. This, that, and I used to do a lot of political stuff and whatnot, so. But right now, it's heating up real hot. This, that, and other. And the brother is going into how, the basis over there in Western Asia, as the places y'all like to call the Middle East, is from the Israelis standpoint, and all those bases that was in that region that they used to get a chance to be able to use as staging areas. He went into how, all those have been bombed out and whatnot, uninhabitable, unusable, and this, that, and the other. So, how are they launching now and this, that, and other, that they have nowhere to launch, and they launching from aircraft carriers and this, that, and other. Okay, this man is still trying to get his heavy bombing in, but he doesn't have any place to do it. So I'm gonna show you. Like I said, I'm Air Force, so I know where they would go if all that, since all that shit has been bombed out. I'm gonna show you where they go. I'm gonna show you specifically where they go. Okay, let me show you. First of all, let me go here. Hold on, let me bag up out of this. Let me bring this down. Let me come over here. Actually, let me pull it up this way. I should be able to pull up right here. No, this ain't gonna get to me the way I want. Let me come back here. Let me pull up this. Let me see. How do I get this to go back to what I wanted to do? No, it ain't gonna do it that way. Let me see. Okay, there we go. I get it to come up this way. Okay, we're doing something live. 60 watching. This is live. Like I said, this is call a lawyer.
Wait, if you are locked up at any Illinois juvenile detention center, such as
hate this shit, man. You get these motherfuckers out. Okay, sorry about that. These people are always trying to push this shit, trying to distract you with fucking trying to, always got a Jake talking about something, trying to get people to be distracted on money issues and whatnot when this money's getting ready to be obsoleted. So let me go here. Let's see. I'm gonna make it go to the top. No, I can't. Okay. SB. see these. These are B-1 bombers. Okay? Where are they coming from? They're coming out of the UAF. Okay? They're coming out of UAF to be able to do these bomb runs as they're doing now. They would have to come. They would have to fly almost 6 hours to get into that region. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you. I asked the question: is there any bombers flying near the Middle East? Let's see if it's gonna give me this back or no. Let me see if it's gonna pull it back up for me. Okay, yes, the U.S. Air Force B-1 Lancer bombers have been actively flying missions in the Middle East. Actively. I mean, they're doing it now. They have been conducting routine operation training exercise right in long distance strike missions targeting ballistic missile facilities in Iran. This is current because the main long range bomber runways at Ellsworth Air Force Base in South Dakota are occasionally closed for repairs. A large contingent of B-1s has been dramatically deployed to forward operating bases in the United Kingdom, such as RAF Fairford. Okay, the U.S. military uses these forward bases footprint to protect air power across the region rapidly. These aircraft are regularly tracked by military observers flying combat power demonstrations over the Middle East and Persian Gulf. You can find further details regarding this. I went down here. I asked a question. How far is RAF Fairfoot from Iran? The straight line flight distance from RAF Fairfoot in the United Kingdom to Tehran, Iran is approximately 4,400 kilometers, 2,730 miles. To the western border of Iran, the distance is shorter, about 2,500 miles. Okay? Flight and operation metrics. Flight time. A B-1 Lancer or B-52H, these are both bombers, Stratoforce traveling from RAF Fairford to Iran typically requires a 6 to 8 hour combat time to reach its target area. Strategic advantage. This forward operating base significantly shortened transit times compared to flying round trip missions from the continental United States, such as Whiteham Air Base, which requires flights exceeding 10,000 kilometers and extensive in flight refueling. These guys don't even have to refuel to pull this run. Okay? Mission logistics. Flight originated from Ram, fully loaded with munitions to conduct strategic strikes before returning to rotating through theater airspace. Okay? All right? And I could every they take to reach the Middle East. If you would like, I can provide more details. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, pull it up. Munitions and bombers to carry air to. Okay, arming the B-1 Lancer bombers at RAF Fairfoot for strategic strike missions involve a highly coordinated logistical pipeline. This process requires complex equipment, specialized weapon loading crews, and strict international agreements. Putting ammunition on these aircraft requires a detailed multi-step operation, and that is what you saw going on out there on the flight line. Okay, okay, that's exactly what you saw them doing. So let me go back now and show you that again. Let's see if I can hit this. Is this? This is what you see them doing. And because it's so far away, they're not being struck. See this? You see this? And now, this is, oh, goodness. So I don't want me to be able to go right back to where I was at. That's okay. I ain't got nothing but time. Let me pull this up, go right back to it. I'm gonna take my time. I ain't in no big thing or whatnot. I'm giving you a lot of the visuals that you see. And now they don't want to this. We go pull it back, okay. 62 is watching, that's live. US bombers headed to Iran, big attack today. But why is it?
You're launching 6 new tracksuits this season. That means you need a photographer, a location, a model, a stylist, set design, and post-production. 6 invoices.
Ammunition. You know what I'm saying? Ammunition. That's the ammunition. That's the armies that they're talking about right there. Okay? What's happening? But this is way ahead. Okay? Let me go back. So look, look. I'm pulling up capabilities. Okay, let me go. Look, look, look what I'm doing. So look, wait, this what it would be. This is so they can see. Malcolm is Marine was Air Force. I was security. My job was to guard that kind of shit. Okay, so I knew where they would go, and this, that, and the other on that level. All I had to do was ask, as they say, ask the right questions. It'll tell you. It'll tell you those things and whatnot until we report on it so much that they won't give it to you. Now let me go back here. So this is in conjunction with what the brother here is saying in this video. So let me put a couple scriptures in.
This hotel, this motel,
Okay.
into a military installation, which makes it a target.
Exactly. So that makes it a target when you move military personnel around. Period. Let me put some scriptures on this now. Just to give you a visual as to what was what. And that was configuration. You see, they have to load it up and all this other kind of stuff. So now let me go get some scriptures and put this on. Come on, come on. I'm just giving you visuals to back up what that brother is saying. Fair use, fair use, fair use. All that in the process. Uh, let's see. 15 starting at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. There shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. Invading one another. This is still Edomite on Edomite crime. Okay? Well, you got Edomite and Ishmael squaring off, but you got Edomites over here supplying an Edomite over there, not a who, to try to run stuff at Ishmael over there, and Ishmael over there is running stuff back at that Edomite over there and burning up the economy and all this other kind of stuff. So, there should be sedition among men, invading one another. They should not regard their king or princes, and the course of their act shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, shall not be able to. Okay? For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You don't think them bombing raids and them bombing runs and all that air siren stuff going off has got those people in Iran and in Israel afraid? Okay. Yeah, that shit is scary. And it's gonna happen here as well. You know, maybe not the bombing, but by the time the bombing gets to happening here in America, it's gonna be nuclear. It's gonna be nuclear. A lot of it. You're gonna have your so-called national guards and all this other kind of stuff be turned loose on the people here in America. So it's gonna get scary here too. And these are all times. These are all part of end time prophecies. So it's happening. Like I said, I just wanted to put some visual to what it was that the brother was saying, so you can understand. You can't get around and you can't get away from these prophecies. So go watch that brother's video, Malcolm, on the channel. You saw what channel it was, and see that, and come back and see this, and understand that how is that thing still continuing since all that stuff has been bombed out over there or whatever, that America can't get they're able to get small time bombing runs off of the aircraft carriers, and big time bombing runs are coming from UAF, and they can do that in 6 hour turnarounds of flying there, bombing, and coming back in one thing. They don't even have to refuel to do that. Those are long range bombers that can do just that. Okay. So with that, I hope that that's edifying. I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakadash, to the apostles and all that lying that this man doing. Let me put one more scripture to it. 8:44. John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. And even though Yahweh Shah was talking about Israelites at that time, it still goes back to who was the initial liar. Cain, who got marked and then came back as Esau. So as a nation of people, they are known as liars. So with that, a hearty shalom for the whole free elect and a barber ball to the rest of the world.